spokesman Ari Fleischer took a crack at the question, he indicated his boss was also reconsidering.
And the president from the beginning has said that he was going to be guided by safety considerations and would listen to his safety experts to determine if there was a way that this could be achieved or not.
I fly a lot, and I'm uncomfortable with the fact that pilots are going to have firearms in the cockpit. I think that there's going to be accidents.
At Washington's Reagan National Airport this morning, passengers were very evenly divided on the question of weapons in the cockpit.
I think it would be too dangerous to have pilots who carry weapons, considering the latest incident of pilots drinking on the job.
They should have the right to have a gun, if you ask me. With today's security, I mean, it's pretty tight, but not tight enough.
That's one thing that almost all the passengers, pilots, flight attendants, and experts we talked with agree on, whatever their stance on the cockpit weapons issue, that the current airport security system isn't good enough. Does curbside check-in really screen all bags? Do screeners inside the airport focus on the right targets for their random security checks? Getting better answers to these and similar questions depends, says Carol Hallett of the Air Transport Association, on one thing: better intelligence.
This is a huge, huge mistake if we do not ramp up the intelligence across the board so that we know who's coming into the country, so we know who's going onto our airplanes, and that is the only way that our passengers will truly be protected.
All right, nobody move! This is my plane!
Hallett says the wisest investment in improved security would be not arming pilots, but hiring more air marshals like the one seen in this training exercise.
Police, don't move!
It comes back to needing to have professional protection, and that's what the air marshals are trained to do.
Free, come forward.
More air marshals, non-lethal weapons for flight attendants, and lethal weapons for pilots in the cockpit is the preferred security program of veteran pilot Denny Breslin. And by lethal weapons, he means not stun guns or tasers.
That's correct. A stun gun or a taser is incapable of defending against a lethal intent. A taser is never effective against multiple attackers. So only a lethal weapon will avoid lethal intent.
The bill passed by the House says a pilot's weapon should never be used outside the cockpit. But what if, say, lives were being threatened back in the cabin? Would the line at the cockpit door stay uncrossed?
That's the question. And I think that is the question that has not been addressed. We have not taken into consideration the human factor. What would a cockpit crew member do in the face of hearing both his crew and his passengers being systematically killed off? Would he or she stay behind the barricaded cockpit door? I don't believe we know the answer to that.
Give the cabin crew non-lethal weapons and training in self and passenger defense, says Patricia Friend of the Flight Attendants Union.
Without any defensive capabilities in the cabin, it doesn't matter where the weapon is in the cockpit. Too many people are going to die before anyone ever gets to use that gun.
Let's go around, make right traffic, runway 15.
Then, where would the pilot's weapons stay? Locked in a box in the cockpit? No way, says pilot Carmen Villani.
What if a weapon becomes unaccountable all of a sudden? Are we going to empty terminals? Are we going to tell airplanes to return to gates, and we're going to deplane passengers until we can figure out what happens to this weapon?
It was an additional responsibility that we were not ready to undertake. I think you're excellent.
When it came to keeping a gun in her home, around her children, pilot Linda Powell says she and her husband decided against it. But when it comes to weapons in her cockpit, she's for it. Inconsistency?
They are apples and oranges to me, and for me it's not a gun issue, it's a cockpit defense issue. And as a captain of a major airline and someone who has quite a bit of experience flying, I believe that we need to defend the zone of the cockpit. It must be done.
So Linda Powell wants her gun, even if it means she'll have to keep it at home around her kids. But she wants some help with this new responsibility.
For us, yes, it would be a burden, and it would be an inconvenience, but it would also be a duty. And that is what we do. We fly airplanes safely and we protect our passengers, but we should not be the only ones. Security has to be a mindset, and this country will have to embrace that mindset if we want to have a system of air transportation that is safe for all of us.
I'm Dave Marish for Nightline in Washington.
Well, we're interested in what you have to say, so email us with your opinion at WNN@abcnews.com. That was some of last night's Nightline.
You're watching World News Now.
Why does my doctor recommend Citracel? Because it's different. The fiber in Metamucil can cause excess gas, but the fiber in Citracel won't, and people prefer its taste 2-to-1 over Metamucil. Citracel, available in caplets and powder.
Dating was made for the young. Throw on any old thing and you look great. 2 children and 20 years later, it's not quite so easy. In between hair, makeup, and math, the shirt that's supposed to match the blue in my skirt now matches the ketchup on their fries.
For clothes that need to be washed in cold water, there's a new Tide. Quick dissolving Tide. It's tougher on stains in any temperature, even cold. So clothes look great.
Is it okay to kiss on the first date? I better ask my daughter.
New quick dissolving Tide.
Use an ordinary pain rub on your arthritis and everyone knows it. Use odor-free Aspercreme instead and get clinically proven fast-acting pain relief no one knows about but you. Aspirin-free Aspercreme. Fast pain relief no one knows about but you.
Now, lush, velvety chocolate taste embraces silky swirls of caramel with peanuts tucked inside. Introduce yourself to Slim Fast snack bars. Like chocolate peanut nougat. New in the Slim Fast plan. Treat yourself to 3 snack options a day. An irresistible way to snack and help manage your weight. Slim Fast. It's your life. Feed it right.
There is a rhythm to life. We sleep at night and wake in the morning. It's this sleep cycle that helps keep us in a healthy balance. But for millions of Americans, sleep doesn't always come easy. Fortunately, there's Ambien. Ambien is a prescription sleep aid that can help you get a full night's sleep. While natural sleep is best, Ambien helps you fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and wake rested and refreshed, not groggy the next morning. No wonder Ambien is the #1 prescribed sleep aid in America. Until you know how Ambien will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Side effects may include drowsiness, dizziness, and diarrhea. You shouldn't take it with alcohol. Patients who abuse prescription sleep aids may become dependent. Prescription sleep aids are most often taken for 7 to 10 days as needed. Your doctor will advise you about taking them longer. Take Ambien only when you can devote a full 7 to 8 hours to sleep and wake rested and ready to start your day. Talk to your doctor about Ambien. Ambien works like a dream.
Call it the end of an era or the completion of the Times Square cleanup. The last peep show and X-rated sex shop on 42nd Street is now closed. The owners of Peeporama hung up the closed sign and handed over the keys yesterday. Developers evicted Peeporama to make way for a new office building. But those seeking adult entertainment can still walk just a couple of blocks over to 8th Avenue. Now, for the rest of the day's business news, let's check in with the BBC's Mike Sargent at the London Stock Exchange. And I don't know how you're going to follow that lead.
No peep shows here in the City of London, strictly Earl Grey and biscuits round at the Bank of England. It's a key interest rate day for them. And they'll be deciding where UK interest rates go. Also over in Europe, the European Central Bank, more of a continental breakfast meeting going on there. They're deciding what happens to interest rates within the euro area. So interesting to see exactly what happens there. And the markets obviously will follow whatever these big central bankers decide to do. Probably no change, though. In terms of the company news, it's all about banks and insurance companies. The stock market's been going down. People don't want to put their money into it. That affects anyone trying to sell products linked to it. They're coming out with various warnings today, putting the jitters really under the market. It's big corporate news day as well. Lots and lots of results coming through right across Europe. So it'll keep us all on our toes throughout the trading day, as ever, here in London.
All right, and I understand that there's a new tourist attraction there, something about a rabbit and a soccer player?
The rabbit's a kind of old tourist attraction. This is Peter Rabbit, the Beatrix Potter character, celebrating his 100th birthday this year. And this apparently is fueling a major boom in Japanese tourists coming to the UK. They love Beatrix Potter and anything to do with it, so they're coming to check out the Lake District and other areas where all this stuff comes from. Also, David Beckham. He's the #1 pin-up in Japan after the World Cup, our soccer captain. And apparently the Japanese just can't get enough of him. They want to come here and do tours of the place just down in East London where he was born. I have no idea what they'll actually see when they get there, but
Now,
that's what they want to do, apparently.
Quickly, in Japan, speaking of Japan, apparently there's some new ice cream flavors.
Yes, these have just come on the market in Japan at an exhibition. You've got octopus, squid, ox tongue, and cactus flavor ice creams that are now proving all the rage in Japan. The favorite, though, is sweet potatoes, apparently.
Well, Mike Sargent of the BBC in London. That's the news for this half hour. Thanks very much.
Final boarding call. All passengers, gate 10. Don't be late. Call 540-WAKE for a reliable wake-up call. Just $2. When you can't be late, you gotta call WAKE. That's 540-WAKE. Call now.
It was an innocent time when you hoped that first date would end with a first kiss. Now, TV Music for You recalls the memories of your teenage crush with 30 unforgettable classics.
Every night I hope and pray a dream lover will come my way. Well, love, lovey, darling, come and go with me. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, happy birthday, sweet 16. Since I met you, baby.
Teenage Crush, 30 songs you took into your heart where they'll stay forever.
Johnny Angel, how I love him. Never knew what I missed till I kissed you. He's so fine. Doo-lang. I will follow him. My love is higher than a mission bell. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, young
Crush, 30 timeless original hits on 2 CDs or 2 cassettes. Here's how to order. Call this toll-free number now to order Teenage Crush. 2 CDs $26.99, 2 cassettes $21.99, plus shipping and handling. Have your credit card ready and call now.
In other news, George Taylor was expected to be promoted today at cryogenics. Mr. Taylor failed to show. Company officials are concerned. He should have called 540-WAKE at just $2 for a reliable wake-up call. When you can't be late, you gotta call WAKE. 540-WAKE.
Cher, gold medalist Apollo Anton Ono, Lauren Graham. Next, Rosie.
It's Thursday morning, and the American death toll climbs in the latest Mideast attack.
From ABC News, this is World News Now.
The State Department now says 4 Americans were killed in yesterday's bombing. Hello from New York, I'm Liz Cho.
Good morning, I'm Bertha Coombs. Derek McGinty is off. Also this half hour, seniors at risk because they can't afford the medications they need. And the band behind the boss. We begin with the Mideast bombing.
President Bush says the Jerusalem bombing was perpetrated by killers who hate the thought of peace. At least 7 people, including 4 Americans, were killed. Among the American victims, Marla Bennett, a 23-year-old San Diego woman who was in Israel studying to become a cantor. Also, 36-year-old Janice Ruth Coulter, who is escorting American students to Israel. While much of the international community is expressing anger over the attack, some Palestinians are expressing joy. Here's reporter Richard Engel.
It's a scene unlikely to evoke sympathy for the Palestinians. Members of the Hamas militant group toss candy to large crowds in Gaza City, celebrating an internationally condemned bombing at an Israeli university. Hamas said it planted the bomb in the campus cafeteria as the first part in a series of attacks to avenge an Israeli missile strike in Gaza last week, which killed a top Hamas leader along with 9 children. The people killed in yesterday's bombing were mostly international students and academics attending Hebrew University, where both Jewish and Arabs studied together in harmony.
Suddenly, all the windows exploded out, glass and I think some bits of concrete, other material poured out, a lot of smoke. People inside say part of the roof caved in.
Palestinian Authority Chairman Yasser Arafat condemned the campus blast, but Palestinian officials blamed Israel for the violence, saying reoccupying Palestinian cities and targeting militants are provocative.
The Israeli government has authorized the army to retaliate to the latest bombing, and experts here predict that Hamas locations will be at the top of the target list. Liz?
Reporter Richard Engel in Jerusalem. Thanks so much for that report.
Nearly 80 million Americans may find filing their taxes next year not only less painful, but free. The Bush administration has unveiled a proposal for electronic filing. It calls for an association of private tax preparation companies to offer at least 10% of its taxpayers free online filing. The proposal is aimed at cutting down government costs and paperwork.
A fourth and possibly final Medicare prescription drug bill this year has been defeated in the Senate. That leaves both parties heading home for the summer recess and facing the upcoming elections without an agreement. And many seniors who were hoping a new law would help them pay for costly medicine are now cutting corners. ABC's Jackie Judd has details of a new study appearing in the journal Health Affairs.
Roses have to have a lot of water.
Doris Galloway of Austin, Texas, kept a secret from her doctor and her family. She suffers from a variety of ailments. When her monthly prescription drug bill topped $200, she stopped buying the most expensive prescription, which controlled a digestive problem.
When you get to be 74 and 79 years old, you hate to think that you have to depend on your children to come and buy your medicine for you.
Just a couple deep breaths.
Boston internist Ira Wilson says Galloway is not unusual. He suspects that more and more of his elderly patients don't buy medicine he prescribes or skip doses, so a bottle of pills lasts longer.
There's a little bit of a don't ask, don't tell going on here with the doctors and patients, so we often really don't know the details unless we ask and persist in trying to get good explanations.
The study out documents how widespread a practice this is. Almost 1 in 4 of all seniors surveyed said in the past year they didn't fill a prescription or they cut back on doses. The number jumps to 1 in 3 for seniors who have no insurance and pay for everything out of pocket.
The cost is prohibitive. 1 in 4 seniors report that they spend more than $100 a month on their medications. And for people living on low incomes and modest incomes, that can be a substantial chunk of their monthly salary.
One of the more alarming findings in the study is how frequently people will skip medications, even when they suffer from life-threatening illnesses, such as diabetes or heart disease.
When Galloway didn't take her medicine, she got into trouble.
My heart got to hurting and my chest got to hurting because I didn't have the medicine.
How many times are you getting up these days?
Dr. Wilson, who took part in the study, says physicians have to be more aggressive about spotting patients who gamble with their health this way.
You have to think about it. You have to ask about it. You have to sort of ask several times and probe and make sure you really understand. And then you have to troubleshoot.
Because for a growing number of seniors, not being able to buy prescription drugs is a hidden shame. Jackie Judd, ABC News, Washington.
The wife of an Army Special Operations officer in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, has been arrested and charged in the fatal shooting of her husband. Authorities say Joan Shannon may have been motivated by financial gain. The murder of Major David Shannon is the 5th domestic-related killing linked to the North Carolina base since June 11th.
Pope John Paul heads back to Rome today after an exhausting 11-day, 3-country tour. Last night in Mexico, the Pope met privately with Mexican President Vicente Fox. The meeting followed John Paul's canonization of the Church's first American Indian saint. He will beatify 2 other Indians today before leaving.
You know, there'd been some talk last March for the 6-month anniversary of 9/11 that the Pope was interested in coming, but obviously he's so frail, he's curtailed his travel an awful lot.
And interestingly enough, New York City is still trying to decide how it's going to commemorate 9/11. They've been receiving emails and things like that, and Mayor Bloomberg said he is going to decide in the next few weeks. We are actually in the midst of planning our day on 9/11, and we are interested in your story. If 9/11 changed your life, your priorities. We are interested in hearing your story. And you can go to our website and write us an email and let us know. And we would be interested in speaking to you. It's WNN@abcnews.com.
I met a woman who had actually moved as a result of that. She just felt so unsafe here.
Really?
She moved south, moved her family, and just started totally new.
So many people have changed their lives since that day.
Taking a look at the weather. Afternoon thunderstorms in the southeast and southern Rockies today. Some violent conditions in the nation's middle. A major cool down along the Canadian border, though. No relief in from the southwest all the way to the northeast. Here's the National Temperature Index, international forecasts, and some Mexican butterflies.
Sometimes I feel the fear of uncertainty stinging clear. And I can't help but ask myself how much I let the fear take the wheel and steer. It's driven me before, and it seems to have a vague haunting my
World News Now weather, brought to you by Bounty.
Wish Bounty made napkins? Well, guess what? Bounty quilted napkins are finally here. The stronger, longer-lasting napkin. Bounty.
You never accepted anything just because someone said so. So why are you just accepting that as you get older, it's normal to run to the bathroom 8 or more times a day? It isn't. It could be overactive bladder, a medical condition that can interrupt your sleep and your life, even embarrass you. But it doesn't have to. Because once a day, Ditropan XL is clinically proven to help control overactive bladder for 24 hours. If you have certain types of stomach, urinary, or glaucoma problems, you should not take Ditropan XL. In studies, the most common side effect was dry mouth. Other side effects may include constipation, drowsiness, blurred vision, dizziness, diarrhea, and nausea. Talk to your healthcare professional about Ditropan XL. Ditropan XL. There are some things you don't have to accept.
Now, lush, velvety chocolate taste embraces silky swirls of caramel with peanuts tucked inside. Introduce yourself to Slim Fast snack bars. Like chocolate peanut nougat, new in the Slim Fast plan. Treat yourself to 3 snack options a day, an irresistible way to snack and help manage your weight. Slim Fast, it's your life. Feed it right.
Tonight, Antonio Banderas. You know he's sexy, but he's also funny, candid, and madly in love with Melanie. Tonight, an intimate look inside a Hollywood marriage. The good times, the tough times, the headlines.
How afraid were you?
A Diane Sawyer exclusive interview. Primetime tonight.
Some doctors follow the rules and understand bureaucracy. These are not those kind of doctors. These doctors do whatever it takes to save lives.
There's a war on. Is he kidding? Does he look like he's kidding? I don't know. What does he look like when he's kidding?
A new drama that will take on the system.
It's a medical.
MDs, Wednesdays at 10/9 Central this fall on ABC.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Slim Fast.
The Red Sox and Angels are in second place in their respective divisions. They played each other last night in Anaheim. With no score in the 6th, Nomar Garcia Parra popped into center. Jared Aristide made a sliding catch, but the first one scored with a tying run on the 2nd. In the 9th, Anaheim's David Eckstein, hit a shot to the hole. Shea Hillenbrand made the stop and the throw that ended the game. Boston won 2-1. The Angels and Sox are now tied in the wild card race. The Olympic figure skating scandal is now a criminal matter. A reputed Russian mobster has been arrested in Italy on U.S. charges. ABC's Robin Roberts has the latest turn in the biggest judging controversy in Olympic history.
Russians Elena Berzhanaya and Anton Sikrelidze won the pair skating gold medal by the slimmest of margins over Jamie Salé and David Pelletier of Canada.
How did that happen? No!
The next day, French judge Marie-Reine Lagoon said she had been pressured to place the Russians first. Later, the Canadians were also given gold medals. According to federal investigators, Alimzhan Totakhanov, an alleged Russian crime boss, used his influence with members of the Russian and French skating federations in order to fix the outcome of the pairs and ice dancing competitions.
We've sunk to a new low in the Olympic world. When you have an Olympic scandal, a judging scandal, we're used to that. A controversy here and there, even if it's a huge thing like in February, that's a big deal. But this is a new low.
Totakhanov and others allegedly agreed that in return for the French judges' vote for the Russians' pairs team, the Russians would ensure that the French ice dancing team would win the gold medal in that competition. Marina Anasina and Gwendal Pesara were victorious. Federal investigators have recorded telephone conversations between Totakhanov and a French ice dancer.
There's talk about that the French girl in the pairs could fall on her bottom and it wasn't going to matter, they were still going to get the gold. As it happened, she didn't fall on her bottom.
According to the complaint, this scheme was carried out in part to enable Totakhanov to generate goodwill with the French authorities in order to obtain an extension of his French visa. Jamie Salé is not convinced this will change her sport.
It's subjective judging, and you're never going to get away from it completely, but we just do it because we love it, and we always have, and we always will.
If convicted on both counts of wire fraud and bribery, the alleged Russian crime boss will face up to 10 years in prison and a $500,000 fine. Robin Roberts, ABC News, New York.
Well, a side note to this story. I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Isn't there an easier way to get a visa?
You would think. That's Sports with this FM.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
The sun, the sand, the ocean from just $59 on Southeast Airlines. Tampa, St. Pete, Fort Lauderdale from just $59. 1-800-FLY-SEAL. Southeast Airlines. Hurry, call, go to the beaches. Non-stop jet service as low as $59. Seats are limited. Better call now. That's 1-800-FLY-SEAL. Southeast Airlines. Did I say the beach? Tampa, St. Pete, Fort Lauderdale. I know I said from $59. Southeast Airlines. A fare to remember.
Are you losing your hair? Is that bald spot getting bigger?
Medical studies have reported the body chemical DHT is the leading cause of hair loss. We've developed Avocor, a natural herbal treatment that stops DHT from attacking your hair follicles. Avocor regrows hair in balding areas. We guarantee it. Stop DHT from ruining your life.
Call 800-231-7756. Use Avocor risk-free for 3 full months. Call 800-231-7756.
Here are some of the stories we are following this morning at ABC News. Hamas militants have claimed responsibility for a powerful bomb that ripped through a cafeteria at Jerusalem's Hebrew University. At least 7 people were killed, including 5 Americans. ABC News has learned that several former senior WorldCom executives may be charged as early as today. The charges could include securities, mail, and wire fraud stemming from the company's hiding of nearly $4 billion in expenses. And President Bush may soon have broad authority to negotiate foreign trade agreements without congressional approval. The Senate is expected to vote on the so-called fast-track bill today. And those are some of the stories we are covering at ABC News.
If you've been watching TV over the past few days, chances are you've seen Bruce Springsteen. His new album is just out, and he and the E Street Band are about to kick off a new tour. So everyone is talking about him, and this network is no exception. Ted Koppel talked extensively with Springsteen in a 3-part interview for Nightline and Up Close. In the last part, they discussed the E Street Band. Here's some of that.
Take me through the band for a minute, Bruce.
Oh, gosh, let me see. All right.
You better start with Patty.
Well, thank you, my friend. I hear her laughing.
I hear her laughing,
you know, well, Patty and I have had a long and unusual...
They're healthier, probably, than they've ever been.
The playing's just better. I think the band always played fantastically, but they're just better.
Me and Stevie go maybe the furthest back, I think. You know? And he's always been like he is now, you know. He's the guy I'll laugh the most with. I cannot be with him for 5 minutes without, you know, and he's all over me on that stuff, you know. So, incredible asset, and continues to be, just continues to bring more power to my words and music.
I know how to play Bruce Springsteen music. That makes it easy. Honing my skills as a performance drummer was really something that Bruce worked very hard with me on in the early days. You know, that sort of split-second.
They signified our band to many people, and still do a certain, I think, our classic sound of our band when people think about it. Those is really good. You know, one of the greatest guitarists in rock music. Those is a great singer and guitarist and writer, and you know, it's a compliment having him there. He plays his own way, sounds like himself. One of the great gentlemen in the E Street Band, always calm, collected, incredibly steady, just a lovely.
It's natural. It's something that you can learn, and we've learned it. We've learned to know each other. We've just gotten to know each other so well that I can watch him and pretty much figure out where he's heading. Not always, and but it's just one of those things that's we have that ability just from all the shows we've done together, and it would be a shame to stop doing it at this point.
Oh, Danny's an accordion player, organ player, one of the most natural musicians I've
together, you know, for the last tour. Bruce would count off a song. And we can tell what song he's going to play by how he counts the song. I mean, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We all play the same song. It's phenomenal. I mean, we don't remember the chords until we're together. Somebody asked me how the song goes. I couldn't really tell you, but when we're together, I can play it from top to bottom. It's a funny thing.
Very cool. That was some of Up Close with Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
You're watching World News Now. More news coming up.
When I get gas, it hurts. I want the strongest medicine I can get.
Ultra Strength Phazyme gives you more medicine to relieve pressure and bloating, more than Gas-X.
Phazyme stops the hurting, and I feel great.
Phazyme, the more medicine gas medicine.
Running short on time? Try the Visa check card. It's faster and easier than writing a check, and the money's automatically deducted from your checking account. Plus, it's accepted everywhere Visa is. The Visa check card gets you in, out, and on with life.
There is a rhythm to life. We sleep at night and wake in the morning. It's this sleep cycle that helps keep us in a healthy balance. But for millions of Americans, sleep doesn't always come easy. Fortunately, there's Ambien. Ambien is a prescription sleep aid that can help you get a full night's sleep. While natural sleep is best, Ambien helps you fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and wake rested and refreshed, not groggy the next morning. No wonder Ambien is the #1 prescribed sleep aid in America. Until you know how Ambien will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Side effects may include drowsiness, dizziness, and diarrhea. You shouldn't take it with alcohol. Patients who abuse prescription sleep aids may become dependent. Prescription sleep aids are most often taken for 7 to 10 days as needed. Your doctor will advise you about taking them longer. Take Ambien only when you can devote a full 7 to 8 hours to sleep and wake rested and ready to start your day. Talk to your doctor about Ambien. Ambien works like a dream.
Best Western is the largest hotel chain in the world. Over 4,000 hotels in over 80 countries, all inviting you to get a good night's sleep. Best Western, the world's largest hotel chain. Call 1-800-WESTERN.
Using the wrong waterproofer can cost you thousands. Don't be taken for a ride. Demand Thompson's Water Seal. It has the highest level of water protection. Guaranteed. Powerful original. New advanced Thompson's Water Seal.
I want to get the weight off.
And keep it off.
Introducing all-natural Dexatrim Results. Nutrition-based results combines antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, 6 natural energy sources, and fat burners.
The weight stayed off.
I finally did it.
New Dexatrim Results. Look better, feel better getting there.
A lot of heavy metal.
Yeah, Chuck D, 42.
It's that time of the morning where we like to share with you some interesting stories that we have found in the papers. Would you like to get started?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to start out with, it wasn't in the papers, it's on the wires this morning, and it's from the journal Nature, which is the August edition today. And it says that Japanese researchers have apparently extracted eggs from as yet unborn mouse fetuses, and then developed those eggs into healthy baby mice by implanting them in other mice. So ostensibly, your child could be born, or your offspring, before you were born.
That's incredible.
Why they'd want to do this, I'm not sure.
Yes,
they claim there's some
that's true.
research issues there that could be involved. They had a success rate of about 25%. 7 of the mothers that they implanted these mice fetus in delivered a total of 16 baby mice.
Very interesting. That is really bizarre. Well, yesterday we aired a piece from John Stossel on the war on drugs, and we asked you for your opinion. We got a huge stack of emails. And I have to say, overwhelmingly, the number of people who emailed us thought marijuana should be legalized in this country with some regulation, like a smoking age of 18 years and above. I just want to read a couple of the emails. Some of the ones that were against legalizing, it says, it's a shame someone is injured. It's a shame someone is injured or killed by a drunk driver every day. Are we really ready to see more injuries and fatalities to the innocent due to drugged drivers? Making substances illegal will impact everyone. So obviously a debate that will continue to go on. Also, there is another marijuana side story. Researchers in Munich have shown that natural chemicals in the brain similar to the active ingredient in marijuana wipe out unpleasant memories.
Huh.
Yeah, very interesting. The findings could lead to new treatments for anxiety disorders and phobias. However, they say smoking cannabis will not produce the same effect in humans.
Oh, okay. So the mice or whatever those animals can do that after they watch the new Anna Nicole Smith show. Here's the circuits page in the New York Times, and this one definitely applies to me. They said that handwriting apparently has gotten just atrocious in this country, and they think it's because of computers. For me, it was always just writing on notepads, reporting, but apparently it's so bad that the National Cursive Handwriting Contest for elementary school kids will not be held during the next year because it's just so horrible.
I remember I failed cursive in 3rd grade. Yes. Anyway, what can I say? That's the news for this half hour.
If you have questions or comments, write us at WNN@abcnews.com. Coming up, more news from ABC.
Hey, you!
Yeah, you! Come on! Come on in to 7online.com, the only local website you need. Check out the weather, traffic, sports, top stories, special features, your news sources at the touch of a button. Eyewitness News and ABC News. Plan your weekend, play fun games, shop and save. Check out entertainment, movies, lottery, your favorite shows, and so much more. So come on in to 7online.com, the only local website you need.
Is it time for new furniture? Discover your Italian furniture connection at Nino Medea. Imported and elegant quality furniture, always at great savings. Visit the new Nino Medea Furniture, the heart of the home for those who have their homes in their hearts. Nino Medea Furniture, 88th Street, Kennedy Boulevard, 201-869-4000.
You to die, Mom.
As a kid, I did everything I could to get my mother to quit smoking. And in the end, she did. Thanks, Mom.
You're watching ABC 7, home of Eyewitness News, the news leader.
It's Thursday morning, and a deadly bombing in Jerusalem hits home in the United States.
From ABC News, this is World News Now.
The U.S. now says 5 Americans were among those killed in the attack at a university cafeteria. Hello from New York, I'm Liz Chow.
Good morning, I'm Bertha Coombs. Derek McGinty is off. Also this half hour, toys to help you have fun in the sun and a birthday party to remember for twin centenarians. We begin with the Mideast bombing.
The attack took place at Jerusalem's Hebrew University. At least 7 people, including 5 Americans, were killed. One of the American victims has been identified as 36-year-old Janice Ruth Coulter, who was escorting American students to Israel. Also killed was Marla Bennett, a 23-year-old San Diego woman who was studying to become a cantor. Reporter Richard Engel filed this report late yesterday.
The pictures speak for themselves. Bodies lined up in plastic bags on the pavement. A half-eaten meal in the university cafeteria. The Palestinian militant responsible for the carnage left a bomb in a bag on a table in the center of the dining room. It was lunchtime, and the room was packed with foreign and Israeli students and academics.
Suddenly, all the windows exploded out, glass and I think some bits of concrete, other material poured out, a lot of smoke. People inside say part of the roof caved in.
As darkness fell, Palestinians in the Gaza Strip took to the streets to celebrate in a rally organized by the Islamic militant group Hamas. Hamas said it carried out today's attack to avenge an Israeli air raid last week in Gaza, in which a senior militant leader was killed, along with several children. Hamas members tonight tossed out candy to the young crowds, who chanted a popular nursery rhyme with lyrics modified to praise acts of martyrdom. Palestinian Authority Chairman Yasser Arafat condemned the latest bombing. Other Palestinian officials said the attack harms the Palestinian national movement, but blamed Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon for starting a so-called cycle of terrorism.
This is another unfortunate outcome of the Sharon's policy, which is based on trying to achieve Israeli objectives by force and on the expense of the lives and quality of life of the Palestinian people.
Anybody who looks at the history books will know that Palestinian terrorism against Israel started long before Israel came into the territories in 1967.
Israel's defense minister has reportedly authorized the army to respond to the campus bombing. Previous Israeli retaliations have included punishing airstrikes and tank incursions into Palestinian cities. Richard Engel, ABC News, Jerusalem.
The Senate Foreign Relations Committee holds another hearing today on possible military action against Iraq. Yesterday, the former chief UN weapons inspector in Iraq, Richard Butler, said Saddam Hussein is unlikely to share his weapons of mass destruction with terrorist groups. Chairman Joseph Biden urged the White House to consider how it would deal with the aftermath of any attack.
In Afghanistan, the war was prosecuted exceptionally well, in my view. But the follow-through commitment to Afghanistan's security and reconstruction has, in my judgment, fallen short. It would be a tragedy if we removed a tyrant in Iraq only to leave chaos in its wake.
Later at the Pentagon, Defense Secretary Rumsfeld promised that any U.S. action would be well planned.
The Senate will head home tomorrow for its summer recess without passing a Medicare prescription drug proposal. Republicans and Democrats could not agree on who would administer the program and foot the bill. But lawmakers did overwhelmingly pass a bill intended to give all Americans more access to low-cost generic drugs.
A major development could come as early as today in the WorldCom scandal. ABC News has learned former senior officials of the company may face securities, mail, and wire fraud charges in connection with WorldCom's hiding of nearly $4 billion in expenses. Civil fraud charges have already been filed against the company, which filed the biggest bankruptcy in history.
A reputed Russian mobster has been arrested in Italy and charged with fixing 2 figure skating events at this year's Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City. U.S. prosecutors say Alizam Totakanov arranged a vote-swapping deal to guarantee gold medals for the Russian pairs team and the French ice dancing team. The competition sparked one of the biggest judging scandals in Olympic history.
Pope John Paul is heading back to Rome today after finishing up his 11-day tour of the Americas. Last night in Mexico City, the pontiff held a 20-minute meeting with Mexican President Vicente Fox. Fox called the Pope's trip to Mexico a revolution of spirituality. ABC's Bill Blakemore has more on the Pope's visit.
John Paul on this trip has made a point of speaking out for the rights of the indigenous people, the Native Americans. He's created the first Native American saint, Juan Diego, whose shrine here at Guadalupe in Mexico City is the second most visited shrine in all of Catholicism, second only to St. Peter's Basilica. John Paul, during the ceremony which sanctified Juan Diego, said that Mexicans have to protect and defend the legitimate aspirations and full human rights of all Native Americans, indigenous peoples throughout the Americas. Bill Blakemore, ABC News, traveling with the Pope in Mexico.
Firefighters in Arizona are letting an enormous fire burn itself out. The blaze near Phoenix has engulfed about 100,000 tons of hay. Officials aren't sure how it started. They are suspicious because they say it was burning in several places when they first arrived on scene.
It is one bad summer for
It really
fires.
has been. Every place has been burning. And I want to say welcome.
Thank
Bertha
you.
Coombs. Derek McGinty is off for a couple of days. He's taking a couple of well-deserved days off. So welcome.
Thanks
it's nice
very
to have
much.
you. Are
Thanks.
you exhausted?
I'm a little tired.
Yeah,
Getting
blame
back
you.
in the swing. It's sort of back in the saddle again, readjusting to what it's
Exactly.
like. But I remember if you're tired all day, then it feels just right.
Right, exactly. Jet lag. So
Just about.
welcome.
All right, thanks very much. Let's check the weather. Strong to severe thunderstorms from the Great Lakes into the plains. Afternoon storms in the southeast and southern Rockies. Above normal readings stretch from the southwest into the east. Below normal along the Canadian border. Here's the National Temperature Index, local forecasts, and some sea lions in Monterey, California.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. How do we know the names? We are the people that can find whatever you may need. If you got the money, honey, we got your disease in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Won't you bring it to your I wanna watch you bleed.
World News Now weather, brought to you by Rolaids.
To relieve dry eyes, your natural tears lubricate, protect, and hold in moisture. Visine tears do the same thing. So how can your eyes tell the difference? They can't. Visine tears gets the dry out naturally.
Have you tried Rolaids' two great new flavors? They're tropical, cool, smooth. New Tropical Punch and Cool Strawberry. Taste these great new flavors. Call 1-800-ROLAIDS for a free sample.
Sometimes you just want your home to smell fresh. Febreze is great for freshness all over the house. It eliminates stale odors and stuffiness, so the whole house feels fresh air clean, which is a nice surprise for the whole family.
Smells nice in here.
Febreze. The more you use it, the more you love it. Try it in the car, too.
There is a rhythm to life. We sleep at night and wake in the morning. It's this sleep cycle that helps keep us in a healthy balance. But for millions of Americans, sleep doesn't always come easy. Fortunately, there's Ambien. Ambien is a prescription sleep aid that can help you get a full night's sleep. While natural sleep is best, Ambien helps you fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and wake rested and refreshed, not groggy the next morning. No wonder Ambien is the #1 prescribed sleep aid in America. Until you know how Ambien will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Side effects may include drowsiness, dizziness, and diarrhea. You shouldn't take it with alcohol. Patients who abuse prescription sleep aids may become dependent. Prescription sleep aids are most often taken for 7 to 10 days as needed. Your doctor will advise you about taking them longer. Take Ambien only when you can devote a full 7 to 8 hours to sleep and wake rested and ready to start your day. Talk to your doctor about Ambien. Ambien works like a dream.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Ambien Sleep Aid.
Giants home run king Barry Bonds missed 10 starts because of a strained hamstring, but he started last night in Philadelphia and still a little trouble. But he started with a bang. Bonds hit his 29th home run of the season. It tied the game, but the Phillies went ahead on a wild pitch that let Marlon Anderson score in the 6th. Then, in the 8th, Bonds made a good running catch in left field, but came up limping.
Another hit in low. No, not with Barry
Ouch.
Bonds up
The
there.
state of the game, the Phillies won 8-6. The Philadelphia Eagles figure maybe they didn't run enough last year. They say they are working on it this summer. ESPN's Andrea Kramer spent the day at Eagles camp watching quarterback Donovan McNabb in his personal workout.
Yeah, you gotta dig deep on this. No pain. Ba 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 ba. Come on, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, come on. Yeah, get that out of here. Yeah, my beast.
They look like simple dog toys, but really they are tools for lateral movement, hand-eye coordination. Let's see how good Donovan really is. Hey.
Hand-eye coordination.
Here, come on.
What's she? Oh, gee. You gotta reach him to me. Gotta reach me. Hey, man, stop throwing so hard.
He does the things out here that he has to do on the football field. Stop, start, make people miss. We blend some science with all the core stability training and functional legs and those kind of things. But it simulates what he'll do on the football field.
Oh, my God! Are you kidding me? So what I did there was take a couple of, defensive substitutes out. So when the starters are in, they're tired, and I just knocked them out of the game. So I'm back in for the next play. A little scratched out, a little banged up, but I'm a soldier, and my butt hurts.
He laughs and jokes a lot.
So biggest showgirls.
Is he really concentrating? Is he really totally focused?
That's the barometer of our workout. The louder he is, the harder he's worked. So if he's quiet, we know we're not giving him enough.
Do you have different goals for the weight, for certain maybe areas of your body that you want to strengthen, or balance or something like that?
Balance is key. A lot of things that we do is mainly on balance and core work. What I mean by core is your abs, your hips, your lower back. People don't believe we're working out here. They crazy.
I don't know why he's huffing and puffing so much.
Oh,
Piece
yeah,
of cake,
right.
you know?
Piece of
Not a
cake.
problem.
Sure. That's because you're a figure skater.
Yeah,
and,
right.
His
His tush looks like it's got to be still in some pain, though. That's sports for this half hour.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Do you feel depressed?
Do you feel sad, hopeless, lacking in energy? Have you lost interest in things you used to enjoy? You have trouble sleeping or concentrating? If your answer is yes, you may be suffering from depression, and you're not alone.
All research studies are conducted in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Poughkeepsie, New York. For more information, call toll-free at 877-360-HOPE. That's 877-360-4673. Studies are also available for anxiety, panic, and Alzheimer's disease.
That's a great lag putt by Jennifer. Raymond really got a hold of that one. Looks like a lot of hard work is starting to pay off for Gene.
With programs like the First Tee of Metropolitan New York at Marshallou Park, the Metropolitan PGA is growing the game and teaching juniors the life lessons learned in golf.
Words can't describe the feeling of winning your first tournament.
Dylan Fogg, new mom, returned to work September 10th. World Trade Center. How will we remember Tuan? Call 1-800-VOLUNTEER.
Kurt Russell in John Carpenter's Escape from L.A., ABC Tonight.
Everything you are about to see really happened. Next Wednesday on ABC, ICU. 4 remarkable Wednesdays. This is where children's lives will be saved. This is ICU.
Here are some of the stories we are following this morning at ABC News. President Bush is among the world leaders condemning the bombing at Jerusalem's Hebrew University. At least 7 people, including 5 Americans, were killed. A reputed Russian mobster has been charged with fixing 2 figure skating events at Salt Lake City Winter Olympic Games. He was picked up yesterday in Italy. And a new study says volcanic eruption at Yucca Mountain could possibly force radioactive waste to the surface. President Bush has designated Yucca as the nation's only long-term waste repository. And those are some of the stories we're covering at ABC News.
We are smack dab in the middle of the summer season, and still there's lots of time to go outside and play if you haven't been doing so already. And we've got some cool toys to take with you. Our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, is here with the fun stuff this morning. Good morning,
Good
Dick.
morning. I'm actually wearing a fun thing, the Celsius wearable beach chair. This folds out into a chair at the beach. I went there today with a camera, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Good. Oh, yeah. Oh, that surf is rough. Pretty neat?
Pretty neat. A lot better than getting sand in your kicked in your face.
Absolutely.
But that chair looks awfully small.
Well, you know, it can sit, the manufacturer says, a person up to 250 pounds.
Really?
And a little headrest in the back. I really enjoyed it.
Very cool.
Okay.
And what's this?
This guy is the ultimate picnic basket handle so that you can roll it along like a suitcase. In here, it's all insulated. Might be hard to see. That's your insulated food
So that's
compartment.
a cooler.
The cooler part. And that's the cooler part, and this is just cool. Okay. Unzip that, and we have service for 4. Your wine glasses, your dishes,
Very
your
nice,
flatware,
very nice.
cheese board, knife, corkscrew.
So this is for the fancy kind of go out
Gourmet
and listen
kind of thing.
to Tanglewood Philharmonic kind of crowd, right? How much does it go for?
$150.
Okay, definitely the fancy crowd on that one.
The chair is $40, and those 2 are from Hamaka Schlemmer. Okay.
Alrighty, and then here.
And now this is the Zelko Bug Off. Nothing personal.
Okay.
The Bug Off barbecue light. You extend it up. But what's neat about this guy is there's a little speaker back here. And can you hear that little?
Yeah.
Yes,
What is
okay.
that?
Well, it makes the sound of a dragonfly, which is the natural enemy of mosquitoes.
That will keep away mosquitoes?
That will keep away
See, I
mosquitoes.
would carry this all the time because I'm usually the mosquito attraction to keep them away from everyone else.
Oh, and there's also 2 ultrasonic positions where the mosquito can hear it, but you can't.
Interesting.
Okay, Zelko, and that is $30.
All right.
Brookstone has something called smart barbecue tools.
Oh, so this you don't have to do the guesswork when somebody wants it medium rare, somebody else wants it well done.
Exactly. What you do is you set it for thin, medium, or thick hamburger.
Okay.
And then I'm going to force this to flip. I don't know if we can see it on camera there, but when it's time to flip the burger, the little spatula will show you that little flip over indicator.
Wow.
And it's time
And then it'll tell you when it's done as well?
when it's done. No, this one just tells you when to flip it.
Okay.
Now we're going to we're going
there you go.
even higher tech. You're way ahead. Up top, you set the kind of meat you're cooking, chicken or veal
Great.
or whatever.
So you stick the fork tongues, it's got those little funny things in the bottom.
Exactly, right. We with these, take the protectors off, stick it in, and then it'll tell you, depending on what kind of meat you've set it for, or chicken or fowl, it'll read up and tell you the amount of doneness.
Or vegetables, perhaps?
You know, I don't think it does vegetables.
No? Okay.
Okay. I
So
think
the
it does
vegetarians are
poultry
out of
and
luck
meats.
on that
right,
one.
okay.
Okay.
And, this
and the
set
tongs
is,
are just for fun.
Right, and they're retractable, and the whole set is $70.
Very nice. You can't stick that in the dishwasher, obviously, right?
I would not, because the battery compartment is not insulated. This
Alrighty.
guy over here is the talking meat thermometer.
Wow.
Now, what you do with this is, we'll just push this little button here,
Okay.
is this can go into the meat outdoors.
Right,
This is
so
if
you
you're
put it-
really lazy.
So
okay?
if you're barbecuing, for example, if you're barbecuing, say, in the winter when you don't want to be standing out there.
Very good. Or the football game's on
There you
inside.
go.
This even is removable and has a belt
Wow.
clip. And this will send up to 300 feet the temperature of the barbecue.
Amazing.
And again, you tell it what you're cooking,
And it'll tell you when
it'll
it's
tell you.
done.
Actually, this has a little voice, and I think it
Terrific.
says entree almost ready, entree ready.
Okay,
And
now-
then I think it says order out.
All right, quickly now let's go back. I see you brought your fans.
Okay. She's waited for that. Okay, from Circular Air. These are the sport fans because they have a sport motif. And you fill them with water, and what you do is you
That's
spritz the
great.
water right through the blades. They're called
Very
misting
nice.
fans.
Very nice.
They
And
also
this-
make mist, the snake. You hook that up to a hose. This expands. There's a bladder in here that fills with water. Kids will love this.
I bet.
Then you unconnect it from the hose, and when you squeeze this, it shoots water about 30
Oh, so you don't
feet.
leave it on the
Oh!
hose. Wow.
No, you don't leave it on the hose.
Terrific.
Okay.
And then another fan
From
here.
Circular Air. This is if you have a pet. This little guy hangs on the front of the pet carrier so that there's a little picture
Or
up
if you
there.
live the Dilbert life, that'd probably be good in your cubicle too.
Or if the animal's in a car, you want to keep, you don't close your windows
Okay.
under any circumstances. But that's the kennel fan. All those are from Circular Air.
And what are these?
These guys are great. They're little water pistols. They're called spitter critters. Critter spitters. And they also call them water pals. And in the back, you fill them with cold water.
So it's a combination sippy cup and
Exactly.
spritzer.
And that the straw that
Oh yeah,
unlocks.
that's really good. I
Is
could have
that-
seen lots of kids
Is that
having
a neat
fights with
little guy?
those.
And this is really neat. These are going to be hard to come by right now. Places like Disney World are selling them, but it's really fun. It's a little fan, but what I love, being the gizmo guy, I love gadgets.
It's very pretty, the lights.
Is that right? This
I
is
like
from
that.
Buzztronics, and it goes through.
It's pretty cool.
It's really neat. It goes through an endless procession of lights.
Wow.
It's going to be just about $5 or $6. And the people at Buzztronics told me that a lot of local drugstores have ordered them. So
And it
people will be
runs what,
seeing
on
them.
2 AA
It runs
batteries?
on 2 AA batteries, and it runs a fairly long amount of time. Okay,
That's
something is
pretty
running here.
cool.
This little guy.
So
okay.
of these gadgets, which is your favorite?
Oh, what is my favorite? Oh, I guess the fan.
The fan, the
I
personal
like
fan?
the picnic thing also. And if you missed anything, if you go to the GizWiz,
Of course.
GizWizBiz, I'm sorry.
GizWizBiz.com.
.com. They have everything there.
All right.
Okay. We're going to the beach later, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
I got a second chair.
All right.
Okay.
Terrific.
Okay.
Dick DeBartolo, thank you so much
thank
for
you.
joining us. You are watching World News Now. Stay with us.
Super Poly Grip holds for the whole day. I never worry about my dentures moving, and I can eat foods now that I never could eat before. Eating an apple is a wonderful experience now. Super Poly Grip really has given me my confidence back.
Over 40 gold and platinum albums. 120 million albums sold. 35 years of Chicago. The very best of Chicago.
Now, which is already in progress.
Iraq's Deputy Prime Minister Tariq Aziz says the U.S. is looking for a pretext for an attack despite Iraq's commitment to readmit the weapons inspectors. On Capitol Hill, Defense Secretary Rumsfeld declared that Iraq poses an immediate threat and must be dealt with soon. And Tropical Storm Isidore has caused flooding in parts of Jamaica. Isidore could become a hurricane today. And those are some of the stories we're covering at ABC News.
If your idea of a fun weekend is a Friday night trip to Home Depot or Lowe's, followed by a Saturday and Sunday of do-it-yourself home improvement, get out your pad and pen because you're going to want to take notes. Last month, our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, went to the National Hardware Show in Chicago, and this morning he is to show us what he brought back. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have to admit, I have been to Home Depot on a Friday night. That is how pathetic my life is.
Well, pathetic. I'd rather go there than a Broadway show. What are you kidding? Lowe's, Home Depot? Hey, some neat stuff. This is from Zircon. This is the iSense Trio Pack. Now, what you get is you get a metal finder. You run it over the wall. When this little LED lights up, you're over metal. You don't want to drill there. Could be your water pipe. Then this is AC finder. Run that over. If that lights up, don't drill there. Okay. And stud finder. You want to mark each end of the stud, and if you're putting up a bookcase or a heavy picture, you want to drill into the stud.
That is fantastic. I can't tell you how many times I've drilled into a wall trying to hang a picture, and it
comes right
just
down,
never
right.
works.
And the best thing, coming in October, $30, about $29.95 for all three of them.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. This is also neat. This is also from Zircon. This is Circuit Finder. Now, this breaks into two units. What you do is You plug this into the outlet that you want to shut off.
Okay.
Okay, you run down the basement, and then people, they shut off every circuit breaker. They shut off their computer, their they unset everything. Okay, no more. You plug this into the circuit you want to shut off. You go down the basement, and you run this over the circuit breakers. You run it over the first time, and it analyzes how much power is going through each circuit breaker. Then you go down it a second time. This will light up green and start beeping, and then you are over the circuit breaker that controls this device.
Oh, wow.
So it's really
That's
neat.
Very high tech.
It's very high tech. I tried it the other day in my apartment. I plugged it in my apartment, ran down the cellar, and I knew exactly what circuit breakers protect my apartment. This will be $70 also in October.
Okay.
This is brand new from Makita.
Heavy machinery.
Heavy machinery. Okay. This is the Illuminate. Well, this is Peter Jennings' news desk.
Yeah.
So should we put our initials in? Okay.
You won't mind.
There's no blade in it, and we put the safety barrier on. But what's neat about this is that you'll see here an LED. Can you see that going on there?
Yeah.
An LED light comes on, a high-intensity light, and it shines directly on the cutting line.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it real easy. And also, they take a little bit of air from the motor, and they channel it down, and it blows the sawdust out of the way.
Oh, gotta love that.
That is
So
really
you're not breathing
neat.
it in anymore.
Exactly. So that's from Makita.
And how much does this cost?
You know, the guy, it was just introduced at the hardware show. It's probably not even in stores yet. The gentleman thought maybe about $160.
Okay.
From Makita. This is called Disto Tape, the first laser measurer that is under $400. It's $395, and it uses a laser beam to measure. So you can measure indoors or out up to 300 feet. I'm going to just turn this guy on. See that little red dot?
Yes.
Okay. Anywhere that the red dot is, to my hand was exactly 2 feet and some 7/8. I need to put an antenna on my roof. I went out, I saw the little laser light on the roof, and I knew that it was exactly 62 feet to my roof.
Oh, so that's a great idea.
And this is available only at Lowe's stores for the $395 price.
$395, and it just runs simply on batteries?
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's Disto Tape, which is made by the Leica camera people. Okay, Mr. Seven Hands. I know some people around here have been called that, I think. Okay, this is screwdrivers, both slot and Phillips head. You bring them up into position, and then you push on this, and we can see, look down on the desk.
Oh, great little spotlight.
It shines exactly on the
little
area you're
wanna...
working on.
Oh, okay.
So there are 7 screwdrivers.
And they're all attached?
They're all attached.
So you don't lose them?
Exactly. They come up and they go right into place, and there's even a little one that comes up, and it has tiny little Phillips and slot for eyeglasses.
That's
little guys
fantastic.
Like that. $20.
Oh,
okay?
Great.
Mr. Seven Hands.
Okay.
3M had a big pavilion at the hardware show. This is Scotch brand Blue Painters masking tape. What's nice about this is it is low to medium resolution, adhesion, which means you can use it on paint that's only a day old, and up to 60 days. And up to 60 days later, it's still. I think they sort of use like the Post-it note technology where it sticks but doesn't ruin.
That's great. Can you put it on furniture? Do you know, and then not worry about, let's say, if you have like a pine table or something like that?
Oh, because you're painting?
Right.
Absolutely, yeah.
That is fantastic.
And it's $3.99 a roll. It's called Scotch brand Blue.
And it's blue tape.
It's blue tape.
Okay.
I think that's why they call it that. This is also from 3M. These are Sand Blaster dual angle sanding pads. These are neat for sanding like railings, backs of chairs.
Sponge.
It's exactly what it is. It's a sanding sponge, lasts 3 times longer, very fast, about 3 times faster, and use them wet to dry, and they're $4. Those are also from 3M.
Great. Wet to dry, you said, right?
Wet or dry, exactly.
Wow.
And they cut very fast. I sanded a chair with that. This is called the Close and Go Painter's Tray. Put the paint in here. You didn't finish painting all in one day.
Right.
The tray locks
do.
closed. And the manufacturer says the paint will stay fresh for up to 2 weeks.
Oh, that's nice. So you're not always covering the paint and dripping
yes,
and this and
washing
that.
up. And there's even a place for the brushes to stay in. $5, okay?
Perfect.
Close and Go. And this final guy, any idea what that is?
A dust thing? I have
You know
no
what it is?
idea.
It's called Total Reach Duster from Unger. It's
I was right.
under the refrigerator, between appliances, everywhere that it is impossible to get something to dust. And when it gets filthy, you take out this, throw it in the washing machine, and that's under $10.
Very cool. Lots of great stuff. All right, so what's coming up next?
I'm going out to San Diego, and I'm going to the National Safety Show. and we'll be back with safety gadgets. And also Barry Mitchell's doing something about Madd's 50th anniversary. Very excited about that.
And if we want more information on this, gizwizbiz.com, right?
Very good. Boy, I'll meet you at Home Depot Friday night.
It's a date, definitely. All right, thanks, Dick. You're watching World News Now.
I like to shop every day. When I went on chemo, I was exhausted. I couldn't even make it to Sal's Market.
If you're on chemotherapy and feel tired, you may be anemic. Talk to your doctor about Procrit. For chemotherapy-related anemia in patients with most kinds of cancer, Procrit can help you regain red blood cells.
State-of-the-art studio is complete, and the guys have 35 brand new songs, and I got a chance to hang out with them. You just built the studio. Walk me through the process.
Recording studios are about making sound good. And to do that, there's a lot involved. I think that what we've built here is going to help us make a better record.
It just came to the point where we just really wanted a place of our own to work. And when you go to another studio, not only do you pay a lot of money each day to be there, but you just never get the sense that of comfort that you get. Like, we want to have a place that's like your own home.
This is what goes on in here most of the time. This is kind of a hybrid studio. And it's something that people really haven't done, meaning that what we do is we record stuff in the same way Led Zeppelin did, but at the same time it's going off into a digital medium as well. What you hear is always what happened, what hit tape, but we can manipulate tracks through digital means, which is a lot more useful.
One of the processes that is definitely a focus of this record is to try and record the band live as much as possible and go to tape. Let me show you back in here. This would normally be like a 24 track, a 2-inch head block, and you'd be able to fit 24 tracks on the piece of tape. What we did was, we had this guy builds these custom tape heads, these record heads, which have 11 really big fat tracks, much wider than you would usually get, and then 2 mini tracks, the bottom one being for time code. Okay. So what you get is when you put your music into the machine, you're getting a lot more tape width per track, so you get a much fatter sound. What we want to be able to do is to capture as much tone as we possibly can, and then we can transfer this into the digital domain. Once we've already captured the tone on tape, and once we've captured that kind of bandwidth, then depending on what we're doing, sometimes we'll feed it into the computer. But generally what we try to do is to keep everything in the analog domain as much as possible.
A lot of the digital sounding stuff that I've heard, there's this little element that's missing of this natural thing that analog does, I think, that when it comes to effects, when it comes to amps, when it comes to processing, I think just the guitar and then into maybe a tape echo and then straight into an amp, it's always better.
For pure tone, we have this old funky-looking console that we acquired. It's really cool. Story has it that this used to belong to the Rolling Stones and was in their mobile truck. You can tell how they got that sound because these things have such a unique character to them.
Cool.
They just sound beautiful. And it definitely, in this day and age, can't really all be completely analog either. You know, there's things are too technical and too complicated these days to keep it completely and utterly in the analog domain.
But once you've got it, it's a pain in the ass. Whereas digital is incredibly easy.
At the end of the day, you use this stuff, but you don't ever want to get away from this, right?
No, I don't. I'm not nostalgic for old gear. You know, it breaks all the time. There's all kinds of things about it that, are difficult, whereas new gear is just shipshape all the time.
Right.
What matters to me is how things sound. I don't particularly even like gear. It's a means to the end. What I like is what comes through the speakers and that it creates something to me that makes my life make sense.
And Third Eye Blind has been booking some secret gigs under false identities in order to test some of that new material on a live audience. Now, if you'd like more information on Third Eye Blind, including some bonus interview footage, you can head to our website. That's techtv.com/audiophile. All right, folks, it's time now for this week's music news.
Can't get enough hip-hop love?
OKPlayer.com's got you covered. Founded by the Roots Questlove, the site is a hip-hop fan's dream come true.
OK Player, we used to use as a term of sarcasm. Your glasses were ugly, your shirt was dirty. OK Player.
The Roots enlisted Angie Nassell to help make their dream a reality.
He called me up and said, Angela, I put OKPlayer.com on our newest album.
Not knowing exactly what it was going to be, but just knowing it was going to be something one day.
There's nothing there. Can you put something there?
The idea was to turn OK Player into more like a mall space in which other artists could buy stores.
D'Angelo, Common, the Jazzy Fat Nasties, Talib Kweli and High Tech.
Above all else, OKPlayer.com has always been about forming an online hip-hop community.
I'll tell them whatever you want to say on your site, feel free to say.
On our site, we have like journal entries and different things where people can write back to us.
It basically just gives you a place to connect with those people who might be tired of looking at the same things on TV or tired of seeing the same videos.
On the site, users are encouraged to post messages and interact with one another, as well as their favorite artists.
There's tens of thousands of posts up there, literally, at any point.
You have a question about what sample was on the Roots album, their first album in 1993, you can ask Questlove directly.
There are some people actually there that I consider like good friends of mine.
Coming up on AudioFile, we'll see why some sound engineers are traveling to remote parts in the Grand Canyon. Then meet the inventor of the Linn drum and see what he's created for the guitar.
AudioFile will be right back.
The first time Tech TV gave away Gateway PCs, it was a big hit. The second time we did it, the winners went wild. Now, by popular demand, the Tech TV Gateway PC giveaway is back. All this week, Tech TV's giving away Gateway 500 SE computers every weekday. For details and registration, log on to techtv.com/getapc. Then watch the Screensavers weeknights at 7 for your chance to win. Easy to enter, easy to win. Tech TV's Gateway PC giveaway is on now.
AudioFile is presented by Pontiac. What would you do with some Pontiac excitement? Pass it on.
Get on up, get on up, get up, get on up. You got to have the feeling.
Rackspace manages over 6,000 web servers. Fanatical support has made us the second largest managed hosting company in the world. That means fantastic customer service with instant expert support. Say no to Colo. Call Rackspace today and get set up free.
Next, please.
Well, hello.
Oh, great. A talking gecko.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Customer satisfaction is at an all-time high. I don't think we've ever had numbers this high. I mean, this guy has really worked his tail off. His tail.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to AudioFile. Cathedrals, such as the one right behind me here,
Grace Cathedral here in San Francisco have incredible acoustics, and Sony has come up with a reverb unit that helps create these amazing sounds. We sat down with legendary recording engineer Bruce Swedien. He told us about how he incorporated the reverb unit into Michael Jackson's last album.
Recording engineers like Bruce Swedien are constantly listening for great-sounding acoustics. During a recent recording session with Michael Jackson, he stumbled across a space he thought might be perfect to record in.
When I was working on Michael's project, we were in a hotel in Miami Beach, and the lobby of this hotel has this huge dome. And the sound in there, when I walked through it the first time I was talking, and I thought, holy mackerel, isn't that incredible? I'm going back there to get that. My real interest in the 777, when I saw it and started thinking about it, I thought to myself, wow, I can go out and capture some of these spaces out there that attract my ear, that I really like, and I can bring those to the control room with me.
Previously, engineers used plate or digital reverb units that approximate a room's acoustic, but they've never been able to accurately recreate the millions of echoes that make up a room's reverberating characteristics. Sony's Pro Audio department recently developed a device which actually samples these tiny echoes by playing a tone, recording it with strategically placed microphones, and analyzing the data. These characteristics can then be added to any recorded sound. In order to gather the varied acoustic spaces of the world, Sony sent out a team of engineers that included veteran jazz producer and engineer Tom Young.
I got so excited about this product when I first heard that Sony was coming with it. I guess I kind of got myself involved in actual sampling some of the spaces, because I had some ideas about some spaces that I would like to see sampled.
Yeah, it's a perfect shoebox, isn't it?
That's great. We did a nice job up in Worcester, Mass. with Mechanics Hall. And then, of course, we did some studios. We did Avatar, the big Studio A at Avatar, famous for the drum sound in that room. We went to St. John the Divine, not so much for the 6-second natural reverb of the big church, but there happens to be some really special sounding sort of side chapels.
But great-sounding reverb is not only found in recording studios and churches. The search for unique ambiance brought the engineers to a remote part of the Grand Canyon, where local musician Paul Winter guided them to his favorite recording spot.
I would say it's the most thrilling acoustic space I've ever played in. Any horn player enjoys playing in a place that enhances the sound, just like I think most of us like to sing in the shower or somewhere where it feels more resonant and more magical.
In conjunction with the S777, Sony has also released the necessary computer software, which allows engineers to record their own spaces and even sample vintage reverb units.
What I call classic digital reverbs that I absolutely love. So what I've been doing with those is recording them in the 777.
The technology involved in sampling a room's acoustic is changing the way engineers approach their work.
I think it goes far deeper than merely reverb. I mean, it's great for that too, but the thing that's really exciting to me is to bring acoustical spaces into the music.
For more on Bruce Swedien and the Sony Reverb unit, go to our website, techtv.com/audiophile.
Calling all would-be music video directors. Now's your chance to direct the stars from Kylie Minogue to Pink. Just head to getmusic.com for their exclusive video lab. There you'll follow a step-by-step process from choosing the talent, selecting stills, video, and sound effects, and now have some fun mixing when the music begins in real time. Watch out, Spike Jones. Get Music's Video Lab can make anyone a world-class music video director.
Still ahead on AudioFile, we spend the day in Berkeley, California with musical innovator Roger Lynn. Then I'm going to show you how easy it is to convert your MP3s to WMAs.
AudioFile will be right back.
I heard it defies gravity.
I heard its brakes could stop a freight train.
I heard it can fly. You won't believe what people are saying about this car until you drive it. Test drive the BMW 7 Series at an authorized BMW center to see for yourself.
It had to be you. It had to be you.
Every day, millions get online, get in the game, and win at love at Match.com. With features like Match.com Messenger, Match is fun, it's easy, and it works.
Could make me be true. Could make me be blue. It had to be you. Wonderful you. It had to be you.
The Terminator, Dawn of Fate, rated T for teen.
Welcome back. Roger Lynn has been a studio musician with such artists as Leon Russell in the 70s, but he's best known as the inventor of the Lynn drum and also for his work with the Kai samplers. Well, we caught up with Roger in his home office in Berkeley, California to talk about his tight new all-in-one groove box.
Welcome to the office of Roger Lynn Design. You're probably wondering about the pennies.
I used to tour with the songwriter performer named Leon Russell. I was his guitar player. I recognized that while I was one of many as a guitar player, I was one of relatively few as a designer of electronic music products, and so I decided that was more my calling. The first product was it was called the LM1 drum computer. It was the first machine that actually had sampled drum sounds in it and that you could program yourself. And this is the one that was used on a lot of the old Prince records and a lot of the techno-pop records in the 80s. Within a few years, I came out with a cheaper and better unit using a little bit better technology called the Lynn drum. That one was very popular. There's this sort of a musical instrument Darwinism that's going on right now, and the fittest instrument will survive. This is my new product called the Adrenaline, and what it does is to take a collection of many different sounds that alter your guitar's tone rhythmically over time, using a synthesizer function, of which the Adrenaline includes many, a function called the envelope generator. One of the things that the Adrenaline does is to do the amp modeling. Here's a model of the old Fender Bassman, which is a very popular sound. Another Marshall sound, which is an earlier Marshall, which has a very, I think, a warm sound to it. Actually, there's a model of the Vox AC30 called the Vox AC30 Top Boost. But we give it even more top boost because it's more. It's like it goes to 11, right? And we're able to create a sound like this. That sequence feature can also be combined with the amp modeling, and you get sounds like this one here. Another feature that I really like about the machine is its ability to take its internal drum beats and route them through all the filter processing electronics. All the signal processing is going on in the software. The sound comes in through the input jack, and this chip here, called a codec, converts the sound into a series of high-speed numbers. Those numbers are computed by this digital signal processing chip, and that chip, running a program stored in this part here, the flash memory, creates, through its software alone, all the filters, the flanger, the drum sounds. I think that the people who will be most excited by this product are people who are more the visionaries, and they really like to do something new and different and want to move away from the ground that's so commonly walked upon.
Look what I've got. It's that time of the show. It's time for a viewer email. This time, Roderick from Auburn, Alabama writes, is there a free software for mixing and editing WAV files? Well, Roderick, we've got a treat for you. The AudioFile staff has compiled an extensive list of freeware, shareware, and music downloads. All you need to do is head to techtv.com/audiophile and click on the Music Freeware, Shareware, and Demo Guide. The software is arranged in 3 categories: recording and sequencing applications, synths, and players. There you'll find software called GoldWave that'll help you mix and edit your WAV files. But be warned, because unlike most of the free software on AudioFile's guide, GoldWave will run you about $40. If you'd like to ask a question, send us an email at audiophile@techtv.com. Maybe we'll answer it on the air. Still ahead, see what kind of beatbox tricks the Beastie Boys' Money Mark has up his sleeve when AudioFile returns.
AudioFile will be right back.
Obviously, the new Silverado is here. Silverado, the truck from Chevy.
Okay.
Small business software, $500.
It's coming up.
Small business seminar, $300. Small business supplies, $90. Leaving work early to use your reward points, priceless. Now, small business owners can earn reward points to use more places than ever before. Call 866-444-BONUS for details. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
So how's it coming?
Good. This one looks pretty exotic.
Cool.
Mosquito nets. What was that? Maybe not that exotic.
Great.
Everything you need to choose the hotel that's right for you.
Expedia.com. Is there really anything new on television? At Tech TV, new is what we do every day.
What you'll be playing very soon.
With television that entertains,
Max Pedro. Thunderbirds are go.
enlightens,
Think about that.
and brings out the creative genius in all of us. See the amazing, breathtaking world of technology through the eyes of one truly original television network. Tech TV. New things. Turn us on.
Like to play? Tech TV's got Extended Play. The only show that revs you up for the ultimate gaming experience. The hottest tricks. The coolest games. And stuff you just won't find anywhere else. Extended Play. Friday night at 9, 8 Central, only on Tech TV. Let the gaming begin. Meet Brains. Genius.
I always knew my theory was correct.
Inventor.
You say everything is completely automatic.
The brains behind it all. This perfectionist is always ready for action, laughing in the face of danger. He's International Rescue's whiz kid, Brains. See him in action on the Thunderbirds. Coming up next, only on Tech TV.
Welcome back to the show. Our next artist's funky keyboard style has gained him notoriety as the 4th Beastie Boy. His name is Mark Nishita. His 3rd solo record, A Change Is Coming, is out now on Emperor Norton Records. AudioFile caught up with Mark at San Francisco's Drum Machine Museum, and there he showed curator Mickey T a few beatbox tricks.
They call me Money Mark. It's an honor to be here at the Drum Machine Museum. All these friendly machines. I started out doing instrumentals with the Beastie Boys, and then my first record after that was mostly instrumentals and really going back to what I was doing before. All the pieces have like a musical thread that goes through them more than any other record that I've made. The concept of starting something is the most important part of the whole thing for me. Let's say if I start the same way, I'm going to end up with something similar. If it's a song with lyrics or text, it could be the sound of the voice, it could be a certain word or a phrase. If it's an instrumental piece, maybe it's the guitar's feeding back and there's a certain pitch or frequency that it's like sounds really good at, and so I'll just build a whole song around one pitch, one frequency, or one sound. On this new record, I'm using the computer to multi-track. I was collaborating, so I went from New York to LA to San Francisco. So it was easier to carry around a small file or 5 different discs that had the whole album on it. But I could have easily have used a moving tape. I can understand what the potential of something is if I know how it works. Machines can be exploited in so many different ways, and I think they're endless, boundless, if you understand how they work. With all the speed pollution in the world and the way things are become obsolete so fast that I don't think a lot of older machines have been given a chance to like blossom to their fullest potential. Well, I walk around with this thing, so it's all battery operated. This is a little drum machine, and I have it on the disco rock setting, and it goes through this resistance mixer, and this whole thing is going through this analog delay, and then the delay is going into the amp. Very nifty. Originally, I thought I would play my harmonica through it, but then I discovered that it would feed back, and then it would tune. As you can see, I have plenty of time on my hands to mess around and discover stuff. I just kind of think of that as a way of life, like to know how things work. What's generating those sounds? This.
Yeah, this is the sense.
Yeah. Even people, when I understand someone's emotion, for example, I can coexist easier with people and machines and the whole world if I know how things are working.
Alright, so you want to convert your MP3 files into another format. You've got many applications to choose from. We found one that we think you'll really like. It's very simple to use. It's called MP3 to All Converter, and here's how it works. First, find the MP3 to All link on our website and download the installer. Once the application is installed, simply find and select the files to convert, and then use the right-click function on your mouse. In the menu that appears, select Convert MP3s. The job dialog will automatically appear with the selected files. You can also add files to the conversion playlist just like you would in any media player by using the Add and Clear functions. Once you've targeted the desired songs, open the Options menu to create your conversion settings. Output tells the program where to send the converted files, and Type selects the file format that the file will end up in. In our case, we're converting to Windows Media Files, or WMAs. Now that your files are selected and your options are set, simply click Convert and let MP3 to All work its magic. There are some other applications out there you may want to try out, and some of them are for free. Go to our website, techtv.com/audiophile, and we'll hook you up.
Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of Audiophile, but don't forget, if you missed anything on today's show, you can always catch it again at our website. That's techtv.com/audiophile.
Or if you have a question for us or just want to throw in your 2 cents, drop us an email, audiophile@techtv.com. For Audiophile, I'm Liam Maitland.
And I'm Chris Kosach. Send that 2 cents. We can use it. Thanks. See ya.
LM1. Thunderbirds are go.
Previously on Thunderbirds, the supersonic Fire Flash has mysteriously crashed into the sea. As Gordon Tracy attempts to rescue the pilots, there is still no answer why two separate planes have lost complete control. Now, the conclusion of Operation Crash Dive.
I can hardly breathe. So hot.
Okay, Gordon, she's surfaced.
FAB, coming off alongside her. What's that smell?
What smell?
We're on fire!
I'll get the extinguisher.
Are you crazy? We can hardly breathe now.
Got to do something. Gonna be burned to death.
Okay, you guys. As soon as the rescue capsule arrives, climb aboard. Come on. Thunderbird 2 from Thunderbird 4. The co-pilot's aboard the capsule. The pilot should be aboard in a couple of seconds.
Thunderbird 2, FAB. Thunderbird 2 to mobile control on Thunderbird 4. I'm clearing area. Looks like she's going up any second.
Thunderbirds continues in a moment. Call them ingenious, hilarious, outrageous. Just don't call them cartoons. Presenting Eye Drops, a new series from Tech TV, showcasing the world's best 3D animation. Every week, travel to fascinating worlds, meet amazing characters, and the artists behind them. You won't believe your eyes. Eye Drops. Tonight at 9, 8 Central, only on Tech TV.
0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds. And it corners with almost no body roll. Does it handle as good as it looks? Come on, what's it like to drive one of those?
You tell me. The completely redesigned BMW 7 Series. If you don't have a friend who has one, you'll have to visit an authorized BMW center for a test drive.
How you doing today, Mom?
The Silver Dragon. I was going to defeat the Lord of the Underworld, but then that Silver Dragon stole my gold key.
Grandma makes don't use the magic stones.
Travelocity can plan me a trip.
Plan me a trip that's perfect for my kids.
Help me pick out a cruise ship by looking at it.
Travelocity can point out another trail.
Down the Grand Canyon!
Tell me where I can rent an elephant.
Travelocity can...
Take me to my roots.
Help me spend time with my sister.
Travelocity can let me...
book the plane, the ship, or the automobile.
Travelocity can give me tools to plan.
Tools to save.
Tools to make my trip better. Visit or call Travelocity.
With their incredible power, sleek design, and affordable prices, Gateway's new computers are a great value. But now they're a better value than ever, because right now at your local Gateway store, you can get a $100 instant rebate on any PC in stock. Stop by a Gateway store today.
I am Voltazoid. I will destroy you with my plasma ray.
You are wrong, Zoid. Your ray is no match for Lord Gorlock.
Excuse me? Did you know that Geico settles many car insurance claims in 48 hours or less?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Impressive, Green One.
We now return to Thunderbirds on Tech TV.
And so the test crew of Fireflash are safe. Once again, international rescue saved the day. We understand from the International Air Ministry that a report radioed to London by the International Rescue Eggheads may provide an answer to the technical fault which has bugged the Fireflash aircraft in these past few weeks.
Boys, I'd like to add my thanks. Well done, all of you. Say, where's Scott?
He flew in a few minutes ago. His takeoff from England was delayed for some reason.
Hey, sorry I'm late, folks. I had to milk the cows before I took off.
All right, go ahead, Alan.
I've been listening to the bulletins from London, Father, and according to the latest news flash, there's a top-level meeting about the Fireflash going on right now.
EPU failure can originate only in the wing.
The hydraulic faults point to a lack of sufficient space for the master in the original design.
Supertension due to torsion simply wouldn't happen that way.
Gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Thank you. It now seems quite certain that the fault in the Fireflash has been traced to the hydraulic system. But what causes the fault is something that remains to be discovered. So far, we have developed 3 different theories, all of which place the trouble in the starboard wing. I propose that for the present we pursue these 3 theories. I can't see what else we can do. I can't see what else we can do. The cause of the Fireflash disasters can only be found whilst the aircraft is actually in flight.
Gee, if only they'd let us fly one of them, with Thunderbird 2 alongside to help if need be.
Well, how about that, Father?
Right, it's settled. We must contact London straight away. Tintin,
Yes, Mr. Tracy?
take a letter, Tintin. I think it's time for International Rescue to act. It's from International Rescue. They want to come and test Fireflash over the same route.
Well, if anyone can establish the fault, they can. I suppose they must be the most experienced pilots in the business.
All the same, we'd better arrange for Captain Hansen to make the flight with them. He knows them from the Fireflash's maiden flight. You know, when they saved his life. Get him over here, will you?
Very good, sir.
Then contact security. This whole operation is to be top secret. No one is to fly within 100 miles of the test flight path. And at the airport, there is to be 600 yards clearance for the International Rescue craft.
Right you are, sir. Where was the letter posted, sir? Maybe it'll let us know where International Rescue are based.
Posted at London Airport.
They never miss a trick, do they, sir?
I've been in touch with the airport, Father. Preparations for Virgil's arrival seem to be well underway.
Thank you, Alan. Virgil is going to reach London at noon.
What form will the rescue operation take?
Well, it's difficult to say at present, Alan. But Virgil is loaded up with Pod 4, the diving escape bell, and the laser beam cutter. Anyway, keep in touch with London Control in case they want any help with procedure.
Will do, Father. Thunderbird 2 should be crossing the British coast any moment now.
Crossing the coast now.
Right. Best prepare for touchdown now, fellas.
International Rescue crossing the coast now, sir.
Right. Get the Fireflash lined up at the end of runway 27.
Yes, sir. Fireflash from Control Tower. Fireflash from Control Tower. Taxi out to end of runway 27 and await further instructions.
Yes, sir.
Fireflash in position, sir, on runway 27.
Good. Seal the airport.
Yes, sir.
London Airport from International Rescue.
International Rescue craft approaching on flight path 29, sir.
Calling London Airport from International Rescue.
Come in, International Rescue. Loud and clear.
We're approaching you along flight path 29. Request permission to land.
International Rescue from London Airport. You are clear to land. Do you require runway?
No, London. Will not require runway.
Roger, International Rescue. London Airport has been sealed. Fireflash standing by at the end of runway 27.
Thank you, London. Okay, Virgil. Everything's been laid on for us.
Losing height now.
Stay tuned. Thunderbirds continues.
Up to your eyeballs in remote devices? Home Tech can help. Next.
Home Tech is presented by GMC. From professional-grade people come professional-grade SUVs.
Introducing the world's first truck with four-wheel steering. The new GMC Sierra Denali with 325 horsepower and quadra steer. Beats everybody, forwards and backwards. From professional-grade people come professional-grade trucks.
This is the RCA Universal Touchscreen Learning Remote. It will allow me to get rid of up to 9 of my remote controls and still remain in control.
All the standard buttons for controlling the TV and VCR are located at the bottom. But when it comes to controlling all your other devices, there's a stylus for working on the touchscreen. As you choose the various devices, the remote changes accordingly. Unlike universal remotes that require you to look up codes for your devices, the RCA model can actually learn the functionality of other remotes. Another nice feature is a sensor that activates the backlight in low-light situations. The RCU 1000B from RCA sells for $130.
These are the beasts of burden, the pack mules. They trudge diligently at their master's command. This creature will live a hard life, shouldering great burdens every day, instead of roaming free like his cousin, the wild stallion.
A Nokia communicator. The ability to do just about everything without having to carry just about everything. Nokia, connecting people.
Now, Thunderbirds on Tech TV continues.
Can you hear us on this frequency, Alan? Virgil?
Hearing you strength 5, Scott.
Me too, Scott. Father's instructed me to maintain complete contact throughout the test flight.
Okay, Alan. We're switching to open contact.
Right. Got it.
Thank you, Fireflash, and good luck. London Control from International Rescue. We are ready to start testing Fireflash.
All right, International Rescue. You're clear to take off.
All right, Scott. Control has given us clearance.
Oh, thanks, Alan. Well, Captain, it's swell of you to help us out like this.
Listen, Tracy. If anyone should be grateful, it's me. When Fireflash was in trouble on its maiden flight, you saved my life. It's a real privilege to be able to pay you guys back this way.
So long, Scott.
Through the sound barrier.
Stand by to level up.
Scott has made a good takeoff, Father, in the Fireflash.
Right, Alan. Glad to hear they're making out okay with the unfamiliar controls. How about Virgil?
He's just been given clearance by London Control.
I'm at 150,000 feet, on course. Well, how you doing, Virgil?
Okay, Scott. I'm soon gonna catch up, don't worry.
And Alan, I want a position check.
Okay, Scott. Give me your present fix.
We are at LS 749 stroke AP 428.
No, Scott, your reading is wrong. You are 20 miles northwest of that point.
20 miles? Gee, there's some miscalculation.
Yeah, those controls are sure way off beat. All right, Alan, thanks. Hey, you better tell Virgil.
Yeah, will do.
We ought to be getting the first reports from Fireflash soon. Ah. That must be them now.
Go ahead, Fireflash.
We found a fault in the automatic locator, London. Fireflash was giving a wrong position.
Faulty locator? Well, that could explain a lot.
Furthermore, we're having trouble with a trim.
It looks as if the elevator power unit...
Fireflash. Come in, Fireflash. They've gone dead, sir.
It's the same pattern. The same pattern. First the EPU, then the radio goes.
London from Fireflash. London from Fireflash. Come in, London. It's no use. The radio's dead. We've lost contact with them.
Oh, no, we haven't. Not altogether. Alan, Virgil, do you read me?
Sure do, Scott.
Loud and clear.
The Fireflash radio circuit is non-functional. Now, we're going to have to relay messages to London via Alan in the space station.
We gather it's pretty desperate. Is that right?
Yeah. The EPU is negative.
How about the standby?
Well, that's gone, too. It looks as if Fireflash is taking one colossal crash dive into the Atlantic Ocean. I just can't get the nose up.
Scott, I've been through to London and explained about the EPU and radio failures. They say you should bail out and let them pick you up.
Bail out?
If we do that, we'll never know what the fault in Fireflash was. And so we'll be back to square one.
Okay, Scott. It looks like we're gonna have to try that little scheme we discussed earlier.
How long have we got till the Fireflash hits the water?
Well, judging by the present rate of descent, I'd say we've got about 15 minutes.
Did you get that? We've got 15 minutes.
Right. Be seeing you. I hope.
Thunderbirds will be right back.
First reconfigurable luxury SUT. Cadillac Escalade EXT. Breakthrough.
It had to be you. It had to be you.
Every day, millions get online, get in the game, and win at love at Match.com. With features like Match.com Messenger, Match is fun, it's easy, and it works.
Could make me be true. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you.
Oh, Ned, it's Mom. Please come out.
I don't want to. You got a home loan from Ditech.com.
Well, if your bank had been on the ball, I might have given you more consideration.
Need cash to consolidate bills? Apply now for a second mortgage from Ditech.com.
By the way, your Uncle Willie called. He's tired of waiting, so he's calling Ditech.com.
You're not going to call Ditech, are you?
Ditech.com. Call 1-800-71-FIXED.
This fall, Sunday nights will never be the same. Every week, Tech TV brings you amazing stories. You'll explore forbidden places, go inside the human body, see incredible machines, and push the envelope of modern science. An amazing journey from the cutting edge to the edge of the universe. Sunday nights this fall, only on Tech TV. New things turn us on. Hey, ready for something new? This is Tech TV.
I want to look at the coolest new stuff.
Television with a new twist, a bright idea, and a brand new perspective. It's robots and rocket cars. It's a digital pick and animated flick. It's a thrill ride. It's your gear guide. It's a puppet on a mission with a lead foot. It's a Top Gun, a home run. It's a factory fresh, fuel-injected, supercharged, supersonic, super friend. It's Tech TV.
Coming up, speed up your web browsing with an internet cache proxy. We're going to show you how to build one.
And you know those little egg timers? What do you think it would look like if Microsoft made one? We'll find out from Mad Magazine writer DeBartolo.
Plus, Marty learns Kung Fu from actor Jackie Chan.
I know Kung Fu. It's all in the next Screensavers.
We now return to Thunderbirds on Tech TV.
Okay, Scott. Hold the Fireflash dead steady. We'll adjust it from this end. It's gonna be tricky, but we can do it safely, provided we don't get too much turbulence.
All right, Virgil. Is Gordon ready?
All set, Gordon?
Yep. Ready to go. All right. Open the hatch.
Hey, that's funny. I
Thought I saw someone.
What'd you say, Gordon?
Nothing. I'm just seeing things, that's all.
Right. Stand by to enter wing.
Father, Gordon has been winched into the starboard wing of the Fire Flash and is checking the place out.
How long is that going to take, Alan?
That depends on what he finds when he gets in there.
Where should I start then?
The EPU should be situated somewhere near the pyramidal cylinders.
Yeah, I think I can see them. I'm gonna try and get a little closer.
Oh, what's the height now?
40,000 feet. We've got less than 4 minutes. Three minutes.
Hey, how did that happen? These wires have been interfered with. The leads into the EPU have been cut.
They've been cut?
Hey, what the blazes was that?
It sounded like a shot.